In the environment in which we find ourselves politically in 2025, where our government has been taken over by people who won a selection but lost an election, and the government is infested by insurrectionists who pardoned over 1,000 violent criminals who threw a temper tantrum and took over the Capitol after they lost the election in 2020 by over 7 million votes, and then gave them all a pardon, and gave many of them jobs and masks and the authority to terrorize immigrant communities around the country with no oversight and no consequences for their abuses of power and wrongdoing and the violation of our constitutional and civil rights. Why does this matter? Because the occupant of the White House is now demanding that states that have Republican governors and majorities in state houses redistrict in the middle of a decade and cheat in that redistricting process, doing something called gerrymandering, where they create election districts that don't make any sense when you look at a map, so that they can steal an additional number of congressional seats in order to maintain a Republican majority in the House of Representatives. Then they will continue to do exactly what the occupant of the White House wants them to do, no matter how harmful it is to their own districts and their own constituents who they allege to serve. Now, Texas, a state which already is gerrymandered to the hilt, dutifully crafted 5 more congressional districts that they believe will send more Republicans to the House of Representatives. A quick note about Texas. 46% of the registered voters are Democrats. 37% are Republicans. 16% are unaffiliated. And now they are gaming the system once more to try to steal 5 more. Let me say that again. The Republicans only 37% of registered voters. They already had 2/3 of congressional seats, and they want to steal 5 more to deprive our communities of representation in Congress. And I believe that some, not all, but some Republicans have a simple axiom for their politics. If you can't win, cheat. Fortunately, Governor Newsom of California has decided to go against his own political inclinations in this situation, and with the affirmation of over 60% of voters in last week's election, will gerrymander 5 more seats in California that would be considered safe Democratic districts to push against what Texas has done. Missouri's done the same thing, taking the seat away that's been represented by Congressman Emanuel Cleaver, a retired United Methodist pastor, for the last 22 years, and diluted so much that he probably can't win. And into this environment, our governor, Wes Moore, possibly along with the governors of Illinois and New York, have said while we despise the rampant gerrymandering of congressional districts beyond reason to secure personal political advantage, we have to play the game that is being played.